fought a secret war to defend humanity.
Whoops.
We keep vigil in the darkness.
I forgot to do some
We
stuff.
hunt
Hold
among
on.
the shadows.
Sorry.
We
My
pass
bad.
judgment upon the mutant, the traitor,
And
and
we're
the
fine.
heretic.
Everything's good.
We purge the world of the taint lurking among the stars. We are inquisitors.
Wrong character. I am playing Bangenstein. Hi, guys. Yes, I'm live. Wanted to double check that everything was hunky-dory, if that's a phrase that any human being has used in the last 40 years. Here's the weapon I eventually want to use right there, level 63. Enemies will explode on kill, dealing 100% of their base damage in an area. It will be glorious once I get to level 63. I need to talk to Ark. Hi, Ark.
I have the map of the local teleport network. What now? How?
First you...
Bolter. Heavy bolter. Don't have the heavy bolter. I have the bolt. I do have the bolt gun. Well, let's go ahead and make one and see if we can't get a nice one. More damage. Less ammo. Vulnerability effectiveness. Knockback on crit. Bleeding effects. Those are not great affixes. Single shot. Full auto. Shot. Frag burst. Currently have the... We will favorite that. Ooh, technology, huh? And favorite that. So bolters and bolt guns are now favored. So those will not get deleted by accident. I'm running low on bag space, so I will simply use the bags. And I will travel to the next location, as I need to find a Noosphere Cogitator in deck B Umbra 11. Hey, Canucket. Happy almost end of the year. Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you, sir. I need to do a grocery run tomorrow, and then I'll be ready for Saturday evening's festivities, where I plan City of Heroes.
I want you to go over my mission details again.
Acknowledged.
And
Correct.
hopefully
Listen for...
getting through not only the 3 major North American time zones, but also for our friend Marwise. Is it Atlantic time zone that Nova Scotia is in? Kill the demons. And the people who are hanging around with the demons, because what kind of person hangs around with the demons? Indeed. The Emperor protects. Are you much of a Warhammer 40K fan? Or at all?
Tech Priest, what shall I do when I find the mainframe Cogitator?
Place 7 incense sticks around the terminal. Cleanse your soul of harmful emotional subroutines. Recite the litany of mainframe access.
You are aware that I can't perform any of those, right?
Noted. I suggest that you open up the screen and enter your inquisitorial all-access codes.
Make sure that all of my guns, you always want your guns to be fully loaded. Oh, God, certainly if you're going for the miniatures, it's an incredibly expensive hobby to get into, yeah. I've done some time miniature gaming in the past, but it was things like Napoleonics and the like.
For the Emperor!
But, yeah, 40K for the minis, big money. But I certainly can understand the, getting sort of caught up in the lore stuff, as I've played enough of the various games in the franchise to get a taste for it a little bit. Yeah, the painting is the time-consuming element, and the acquisition of the paraphernalia and miniatures is the money-absorbing component.
You wanted to talk to me, Inquisitor?
But for me, what I find is if I'm reading, like,
I'm very close now to
I'm playing a game where something is happening that is, you know, if I'm playing a Warhammer 40K game.
What is he looking for?
An ancient secret, that's all I know. But you are mistaken, by the way. It's not only
I'll find out
his
a
obsession.
concept in it or something
There
I don't
are others
understand
like
and
him.
want to know more about,
Inquisitors
and that's it.
dedicating their
I'm
lives
lost
to
on the wiki
seeking the legend of Uther
for a
Tiberius.
seemingly endless amount of time, going from
I'd rather
link to
call
link to
them
link,
a
bouncing around on
secret sect.
the wiki.
Before he rose through the ranks, he used to serve under a Lord Inquisitor who was similarly obsessed with the hunt for the martyr. It must have rubbed off on him, you know. Turned him into a fanatic.
And yeah, my days, working in a game store, certainly, there was no shortage of time and money spent on miniatures. That's not great. Really, desperately not great. Alright, the Harbinger there is really not my friend. What the hell? Oh! That was a badly timed misclick. Holy crap. That was very not good. I tell you, at low levels, these Harbingers are extraordinarily awful. They're so awful, in fact, I'm going to see if I can't just run away. Not all the Harbingers are that bad. Thank you for the notification. I will turn things down appropriately. I'm not even getting through that guy's shields. This is bad. Remarkably awful, actually. I'm going to go out on a limb and say. And this is a dead end, so that's also not great. So let's see if we can't get to the Cogitator and maybe leave the Harbinger behind. I've managed to go back and forth here a couple of times with missing the right route out because I'm panicked.
These Nurgle outgrowths again. This area needs to be cleaned.
Yeah, it needs to be cleaned, and I would love to clean it out, but right now there's a Harbinger in the way. And my expectation is all of this badness is going to catch up with me in
I was thinking
time.
about our previous conversation, and I remembered something.
Something useful, I hope.
It's more like a rumor, to be honest. But you might want to know that Klosterheim's superior, the Lord Inquisitor I mentioned, was apprehended and killed by the Grey Knights.
The Grey Knights. What did he do?
I have no idea.
There's
but it must
another
have been
bad
something
bossy dude, and
serious
I'm just
to
attempting
earn
to
that
run
kind
through
of
everything
attention.
right now.
And it would explain.
You have reached your destination.
Yeah, I know.
Access the terminal and initiate emergency shutdown.
My, it's not helping. I'm so annoying. Knocks down. I have no chance here. Yeah, none. 0. I'm gonna click on it though.
Tech Priest.
I succeeded, and mission completed. It was easy. It's no problem at all. No, Slanesh is the pleasure and pain one. Nurgle is the disease. And there's Khorne, which is warfare, more or less, and Tzeentch, which is forbidden magic and the like. I think I'm missing one. I had no problem with that at all. It was just easy. Just, simple, straightforward. Is it physical I need? Physical, that's the one I need. Yeah, well, I think there's a 5th one and I can't remember. So, I mean... That was, dicier than I am happy about. Sometimes you've got to run. You just run. I will give up the hit point and experience bonus because this one has additional hit points, some other stuff, so we'll use that. No. Alright. Hey, Willie. Some of those harbingers, which is the seasonal mechanic, are overpowered for leveling. While leveling, they are just ridiculously overtuned, let's say. I suppose depending on the build, but I mean, I couldn't even get through that guy's shield, dishing out so much damage and taking so little. Plus, he had armor.
Do you need me to reiterate the specification?
I don't think...
This statement.
I strongly dislike the turrets. And there's another turret.
Loading. My ears are bleeding. I must stop this Emperor-forsaken noise.
Those things just peel through your health so damn quick. I'm getting a couple of, well, I mean, I had no real problem on my other build getting through the storyline stuff. And we've been playing a fair amount of co-op stuff. Myself and Vorp and Senator. Towards the end gamey stuff. So part of it is just that this build doesn't seem exceptionally strong right now. Also, the build I was playing earlier kind of starts with an overpowered weapon. So, that helps. Oh, jeez. Reload. Make sure all weapons are reloaded before moving on. Yeah, so this build is going to need some time to sort of grow. Oh, good, and the fire and everything. It's just lovely. If I could get a little bit of like life gain on hit or the like, that would be very helpful. Fucking. Turret. I definitely can also use a better inoculator.
My ears are bleeding. I must stop this emperor-forsaken noise.
Ah, the soothing sound of silence.
Wow. This way, all right. The Harbinger mechanics, well, the seasonal mechanics are supposed to be
Check
challenging.
raised. I've noticed a large number of reinforced doors
But
along the way.
as I said, I
All
wasn't
of them
having
shut
too
tight.
much
Do you have
problem
any idea
on
where
my
they
first
could lead?
character in this league.
The excluded
Seasonal
schematics lack the
mechanic.
necessary information, but the energy consumption of the restricted chambers looks extremely high.
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
Also, I just seem to be taking a lot of damage. And not healing quickly. So some sort of life on hit or
Duty
life on
never
kill
ends.
would be really good.
I'm glad to see that.
I'm having another hallucination there.
Loading.
Should
Anything else?
Now I have to access the mainframe cogitator. God. Gosh darn it. Dag nabbit. I need to manage my firearms a little bit better too. Where are we headed? All the way down there. Recoil unclean. I get enthused, you know. When it comes to the unclean, I do get enthused. Having showered today, I am no longer amongst the unclean. Here's a philosophical question for you, which occurred to me while I was showering. Shower thoughts. When I was working for a living, I was showering 6 times a week on average. Usually, like, I'd go out once on the weekend and then every day before work, so 6 days a week. Now I'm retired. I don't have to work.
Die unclean!
How many times would you shower if you didn't have to go out to work all the time? How many times now if you live alone? How many times per week would you shower if you lived alone during the time of COVID when you seldom went out and everyone had their faces covered with masks? How many times a week would you shower?
Die, heretic!
Just a little thought experiment. That's certainly good reason for it. I will admit that my numbers have gone down since I retired.
If I can't
But I will not
silence the
specify
alarm, I'll
any
face
further
some
than that.
serious resistance. Not that I'm complaining. Reloading.
You have to die as well. See, no harbingers this map, and it's been easily manageable. And I say that, and guess what pops up? Ladies and gentlemen, it's a harbinger. And I'm dying again. These guys are just the worst. I have no realistic way of burning through all of the damage that he does. And my suppression is taking forever to come back. And he can shoot through enormous machines, which is a bullshit mechanic. If I can't shoot through bullshit machines, he should not be shooting through bullshit machines.
destination.
Here's a boss mob I could probably
Access the
defeat
terminal and
reliably.
initiate emergency shutdown.
I am here, Tech Priest.
Can I get out in time again?
Access the terminal. Your inquisitorial code. Correct.
And of course, easy. I just teleport out. Oh, there were 3 chests back there. God damn it. Wish I'd spent just a second more looking around at the mini-map, but I didn't. This is the price you pay for being a great big weenie and running away. Oh, no. There we go. Ooh, I'm almost up to 17 in warfare. That will be nice. A 5% critical hit chance would be quite nice. A heavy bolter blueprint. Oh, make myself one of those. See if I like it better than the regular bolt gun. Go through this. Let's see. Demolition armor. 1.9 hit point gained on hit. It's better than nothing. It's not great, but it is better than nothing. No. Let's see if we can't make ourselves a better bolter than the one, heavy bolter than the one we were using. Now that we just got the recipe, heavy bolter. So this will do slightly less damage, but has more ammo than what I'm using. Chance to knockback and shock on critical hit. Damage bonus against bleeding enemies. The quality isn't quite as high. So we'll swap over to that while keeping both of these down here. How much will it cost to modify the gun I'm currently using? Let me see here. Not too bad. It has a crafting capacity of 13, which means you can re-roll mods and values and stuff that many times. I'm not nuts about any of these enchantments. Thunderbolt of Authority is good. Suppression gain on hit is very good. Damage bonus against slowed, shocked, and stunned. I will just re-roll that one. See. Bonus loot quality. That's the highest bonus loot quality I've ever seen. So I will keep that, I think. Regardless, I have vastly improved that weapon. And also, ha. The next location, I am seeking out the machine spirit on the martyr. That's the last 2 missions I finished by running away and pushing a button in the middle of a bajillion mobs that were about to kill me. I like to think of it as tactical use of
Where are you, Tech Priest? What are you waiting for?
the terrain that's
The order sensors
advantageous,
show
like
extreme
the button
levels
you
of
can
chaos
push to get you out.
infestation near your location.
I'll... For the Emperor!
Yeah, the heavy bolter is better than the bolt gun, I'm feeling. Tactical redeployment also works. Retrograde maneuver is has been in the military lexicon for a couple of generations now. We have a chest. I have killed everything, and I have absconded with the fat loot. What I'm keeping my eye open for is a grav gun, as that is the preferred offhand, and I'm definitely liking the heavy bolter to the regular bolter. It feels much better. Even though I have an extremely high-level, dangerous bolt gun waiting for me at level 63, I can always deal with it when I hit level 63. But for now, I think we'll stick with the heavy bolter. As I am burning through stuff much faster. Nothing in here, but no, nothing in there, but nothing. I will note that this game, the base game, has 3 classes in it. This is one of the classes, the Crusader, which is basically can be done either as a combo of range and melee, or it can be done with melee, or it can be done with range. And these are your heavily armored grunt soldiers. There are also psychers, who are sort of like wizards, only they use psionic power, and occasionally, if they do the equivalent of overheat, they can summon demons, not friendly demons, unfriendly demons, and other nasty effects from the warp. They can use telekinetic or fire or warp damage. And the third is the assassin, who has sniper specialties and melee specialties and stealth specialties, that kind of stuff. The rogue type. So you kind of have the archetype for mage, rogue, and warrior. The first expansion added the tech priest class. Which is a pet class. And that is a harbinger that I just murdered. And then the latest addition to the game, a new class was added like a month ago. And that is the Sororitas, the female members of the Imperial Guard. And they can be run as melee or sort of a combined class.
I've purged the place. Are you ready to join me now?
Yeah.
Initiating.
You know how much we all love
you
escort
ready?
quests. Well, you can
Recharging
have the type of
devotion
escort
lab.
quest where they
I'll
basically just stand there and you have to protect them. Boy, a minefield, huh? Let's deploy that here. I mean, I say burn, burn, but I'm not actually using a burning weapon. I'm just shooting. First wave is complete.
Talk to me, tech.
Program.
I get.
We have, yes, we have a tarantula turret. We're going to drop that, say, here. Should be able to cover both of those angles pretty well. Dump, dump, dump. That's the level up sound. And it requires you to sing it. Dump, dump. It's in the rules somewhere. Get away from my tech priest, you punks. hate it when I hit the wrong button.
Any progress, Tech?
Connect.
There's like 5 waves. Yeah, it's 5 waves on this one. Great. Couple of turrets to help me out.
Burn! Burn!
Oh, you think you can sneak around like that? I don't think so. That's 3 waves complete.
Anything?
Validation sequence.
I'll take care of the next.
Another tarantula turret. That's nice.
For the Emperor!
For the Emperor. I just pulled him right into a crossfire, a murder zone. Stupid, chaos-infested fools. You know. That is 4 out of 5 waves completed.
How long will this be?
Installing.
I'll take care of.
We have another tarantula turret. Let's go with a somewhat symmetric layout for those. And deploy another minefield. How about here? Pardon me. Getting all choked up. Killing chaos just, you know, makes me feel sentimental. Or maybe just mental, I'm not sure. More. Finish up our mission here. This may be the last of the waves. Plague Ogre for last. No, not quite done yet. Okay, maybe.
Are you ready to talk to me, Tech Priest?
Yes.
Oh,
No.
Again, I'm skipping through all of the dialogue and stuff for a couple of reasons. One, I've been through it all a great number of times. And it can get long. Doesn't make for great viewing. More importantly, if anyone's new to the game, I don't want any spoilers. The story actually is quite good and does have a fair number of spoilers that you would be getting by watching all of this. But the story develops at its own pace. It's really quite good. If you're an ARPG player, Spoilers? Yes, exactly. If you're an ARPG player, it's a solid ARPG. If you're a Warhammer 40K fan, it's a solid 40K game. And if you're both, might consider buying it. Hey, Fat Buddy, welcome back. We will sell all the blue and green gear. We've gotten to that point yet where we're not interested if it's not purple. Let's see, 50 more hit points, more resistances. That's pretty good. I'm going to give up the XP bonus, sadly, but the rest of that stuff is pretty good. Buyback. I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. And bolt pistol we're not interested in. Pistols. Come on, man. Do I look like the kind of guy who's interested in using a pistol? Looking I can have a big freaking gun? I don't think so. I don't think I'm doing bleeding. That's channeled, I think. Gets in the way. Besides, it kind of it looks chunky on my girlish figure. My sidearm currently is a shotgun. You know. Just doing a quick check to see if any of the stuff I've set aside on my other character I've been playing. I didn't figure any of it was usable, but I wanted to check. Inoculator. Can I get a better inoculator? I could use a better inoculator.
Did I win?
No.
So
It is.
What do you?
Finally.
Level 25. I'm sure I can craft an inoculator. Gotta have an inoculator. Three reds and a green. It's probably a little overkill, but I am having problems staying alive. I will give up one warfare, but I gain. The energy shield is not useful. I will roll that one off. Modify the inoculator, and the energy shield is not helpful. Suppression regeneration isn't bad. We've got 9 more crafting capacity, so we can get something better. The focus, HP regen. We've got 7, so we can get something. 182. No. Gained on execution. I'm not sure how often I do the execution, so. Focus. We'll take our next good one. We'll take 123 suppression. Now, what you can do with your inoculator is you can tune it. You can make changes to it, alter the functions. Oops, we're switching over to this one. So I've got 2 red, a green, and an anything slot. So in here, we've got 2 coagulants, which are 10% hit point per second for 5 seconds. So that's 100% hit points over 5 seconds. And what I want to add is the one that adds suppression. So now instead I'll get 100% health over 5 seconds and 75% suppression per use. And the green one is a cooldown reduction for the inoculator. And I have 6 uses per mission plus additional uses that I can pick up. Well, yeah. In this case, describing it as a coagulant would imply that it's going to stop bleeding, but that is the mitigator removes all damage effects and immunities and gives damage dot immunities. So that probably should actually be the coagulant, and mitigator is probably better for the coagulator, but you know. Sell the green. And we'll travel to our next location. passive points I haven't spent yet. I like the way they work passives here. You have to unlock some of the passes, and every level you get passive points, and they can spend them in various different trees for various different functions. It's a nice way of
Inquisitor.
building
I'm on
the
my...
equivalent of a spec tree. So I have another point. I'm on Klosterheim's trail. That Klosterheim.
Inquisitor, I have analyzed the records of my communion. The administrator prayers in the digital marginalia indicate that Uther Tiberius fused an incorruptible soul with the machine.
But that is impossible.
The way they use their
unless you sacrifice someone
their equivalent of
who fought a demon and
technobabble,
became immune to corruption.
futuristic
Agreed.
/
Subject would be a former
Gothic
demon host.
technobabble is
even
very, very
permitted?
effective in
I could list
40K.
136 sects within the Adeptus Mechanicus, which would start a doctrinal purge based solely on such a notion. But my sect has always believed in digital martyrdom. I consider this machine spirit a miracle.
Now that you have access to the main core, I want you to find all records of demon hosts on the martyr. Perish, filth!
Parish filth. I don't want to kill them. They make me kill them. Nobody's buying it.
Inquisitor, I've just completed my
We've got
diagnostic
a harbinger.
meditations and reviewed the data. We can safely rule out the infection as the cause of your hallucinations.
Then what is it?
My theory is that the visions might be residual memories leaking through a hasty mind scrub. They could have been triggered by certain phrases or events.
That's nonsense. Stop obsessing about my mental condition.
As you
Stop
command,
obsessing about my
Inquisitor.
mental condition. Face tank him until he's dead. Like that. Okay. Ooh, we've got a tech shrine down there.
Kill the heretic!
Pardon me, I have to kill the heretic. You know. It's the job. It's not who I am, killing heretics. The job requires it.
Inquisitor, as per your request, I have scoured the classified data limbs on this deck. I think you ought to know that all research sanctums on this deck were assigned for demon host experiments for decades.
What? Uther Tiberius was creating demon hosts?
The sheer number of subjects implies that he was trying to create a whole army of them.
Uther Tiberius condemned a whole army to eternal suffering?
Note that the attached confession scrolls clearly prove that most subjects were volunteers. They wanted any progress, Inquisitor?
I have a
Looks like I'm
chest.
closing in on Klosterheim. He may have an agenda, but at least he is culling the filth.
Off with the head.
Off with the head. Dude, I'm using it. Come on, man. Seriously. Thanks, Canucket. The truth, like you, mean. Well, yes, but they're all fanatics. Not a great excuse, I'm going to grant. Oops, those look like mines or something.
Perish, filth!
It's perish filth. Here, catch some missiles. Having spent a great deal of my life reading science fiction,
I'm in the
and
research
fantasy,
cloister,
I know a
check,
great
please.
deal about.
Incorrect. You are only approaching the gates of the research cloister, currently under quarantine.
By the Emperor, you must
Dystopias.
be the most pedantic
And of all the
specialist I've ever
dystopias,
had in my retinue.
Comment filed away.
This one
for
may
later
be the most
evaluation.
dystopic.
Proceed to the gate, Inquisitor.
I found the remains of...
Hi.
Sigma 7.
Again, I'll skip through, and another quest complete. Level 25. Every chick crazy about a long-tongued man. Insert your ZZ Top music here. Every girl crazy about a long-tongued man. That is a new Archaeotech Psalm code that I did not have, despite playing on my other character for extensive periods of time. I didn't have that one, and well, obviously now I do. Yes. Terrifying echoes of those in our current actual real reality. That's regeneration. Oh, it's the purity seal. Regen, it's not a lot of regen. Cooldown reduction, not a lot. Damage bonus against chaos demons versus physical resistance. Suppression regeneration. That's a lot of suppression regeneration. That. Damage bonus when there's no enemy within 5 meters. Shock on burning skills, not a big deal. The main implant, a little bit of life. 2 warfare is pretty good. I'm going to roll off that last modify. Current gear. Yeah, the chance to slow on burning skill hit. I don't do burns. Assuming those are channeled. Yeah, those are channeled. Those are my primary attacks. So damage bonus on channeled skills is better. Right, and... Nothing new or interesting there. Any new interesting recipes? No. We're off to our next mission. Certainly a more realistic a dystopia is, the scarier it is. And 1984 sometimes feels a little bit too close to home. I have to confront Klosterheim.
Die, heretic!
Well, we'll try this way first. I do wish it had a game had a function for rotate map 90 degrees. It is one of my weirdnesses. I want
Subject 872K has breached
sort of the
containment
90-degree
protocols.
angles.
Area
I don't
in
want to be
lockdown.
running at skew angles. The game just feels like it's a little harder for me to target correctly. Which is weird. I have no idea if there's any like actual correlation there with reality, but that's the way it feels to me. Which is why you'll constantly see me adjusting my screen.
For the Emperor!
Demonic infestation in effect. Subject 872K has breached containment protocols.
Just
Area
go whatever-
in lockdown.
Nascent OCD tendencies I have demonstrate themselves clearly in the game.
Die, unclean!
It depends. I'm more forgiving in that because it is a purely passive medium. Oh, Dutch angles. Can't remember what those are off the top of my head. I've had to look it up a couple of times because I've seen people commenting on it and I'm curious. I just don't remember exactly what it is. I know it is a source of debate. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. It can be used very briefly for decent effect, but more generally, no thank you.
Area in lockdown.
So, as an effect for certain shots, but if it's used too much or casually, then no, it would.
You
Yeah, it
really
would. Bug.
didn't remember anything, did you?
Something is... I'm ready.
Pardon me, I'm tripping balls again.
Uther
No,
Tiberius
lots
wanted to
of-
create an army
of,
of former demon hosts.
Containers
He
here with a
sacrificed
green
countless
liquid
lives,
holding
sentenced
inert
them to
human
damnation,
bodies.
only
It's
to
a-
make a handful of
it's
survivors
creepy.
immune to chaos.
It's a really
I think I
nice
know what
looking
a martyr
game
will
in
be
a
to
not
Segmentum Pacificus.
flashy way,
It's
but I should
insane.
also note that it is a big game.
A whole army of loyal warriors immune to the war,
It's like 81
ready to
gigs.
conquer
So,
the Imperium?
I mean, it's not Call of Duty big, but that's pretty big.
I'm not the same person anymore.
I pray to the Emperor that you are.
Go ahead, Klosterheim. You kill them while I keep journeying on ahead. Oh, it's another dead end. Go back. Dump, dump, dump. Sorry. I can't help myself. It's a compulsion. Another level, and I must sing. Dump, dump, dump. Maybe sing isn't describing it right. Oh, that's right. Those hold more bodies. And it seems to go on for quite a ways. A tube with 8 sides holding bodies all the way down. Yeah, that's not creepy at all. Uther Tiberius, I'm certain, had a completely logical, rational reason for that. Psychic summoners. Perhaps we would like them to be dead before they do their summonings. Not a fan of them yoinking control away, camera control, to show you what you're going to be fighting, which is terrifying, granted.
Are you ready?
Time to purge the uncleaning.
Let's go over here and get rid of the Nurgle's pustules so they can't produce any more unpleasantness.
No demonic presence detected. Lockdown deactivated.
Good work.
I'm not good.
Loot! Lots of... Ooh, and one of the yellow seasonal chests, which give out lots of loot. And normally I wouldn't use one at the low levels, but I've got enough keys on the high level now that I'm going to use. Glorious! If you're going to be a sniper, always make sure you wear your heels for effective sniping. They do that in the Marines. Of course I didn't make that up. Why would you think that? Wow, and a tier 4 Inferno Shard. Oh, sorry, tier 3 Inferno Shard as well. That did come out of one of the chests. Sell the blues and the greens. And do a quick check. Demolition armor, more reduction, more resist, more hit points. Deflect chance, cooldown reduction on the inoculator is nice. Crit and supreme crit chances. Damage reduction, no enemy. That's actually a really good one. I will gladly take that. This one has additional... Having the 3 Healy bits on the currently equipped one is quite nice. I need at least 2 of the Healy bits. I need one for healing and one for suppression to feel, okay about myself. Those are all going to get sold. Main implant. A little more hit points. More hit points. I don't think I want to lose the 2 warfare, though. Damage taken to energy shield is reflected. I don't really use the energy shield as much as I should. It's certainly not up all the time. That goes away, and that goes away. The rest of the stuff gets converted. Sell. Sell. And those are going to convert into crafty bits. Which reminds me, I was going to check on something else for crafting. What the hell was it? I was going to look at crafting something else. The personal void shield? That's not a very good personal void shield. Do we have a personal void shield available? Personal void shield? I can make one of those. Sure. We got anything else we could use? Signums, maybe. The armor's in a pretty good place. Yeah, those are okay. How'd we do on the personal void shield? 120 more hit points. Hit point regen. We lose hit point gained on kill. The hit point regen kind of makes up for a good chunk of it. Vulnerability, effectiveness, and heat resistance. We can definitely roll off a couple of those. Modify. Current gear. The heat resistance isn't bad. The vuln effectiveness. Chance to fear on hit. 15 suppression gained on hit. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Gaining suppression on hit will go a long way in keeping us from having to worry about effects of suppression. Losing our suppression. That was an REM song, wasn't it? Losing my suppression? Pretty sure. Let us continue on. Oh, did we have... we have our warfare skill is up to 20, so that gives us a plus 5% critical hit chance. We're at 21% critical hit chance now, which is really nice. That means that any of the effect on crit abilities will trigger 20% of the time when I'm shooting stuff and I have a very fast-firing weapon. I have another point free, inoculator effectiveness, or warp resistance. Let's work. Go. Inoculator effectiveness. And we are off to the Martyr Chapter 3. This is the base storyline. There is an expansion storyline called Prophecy. Right now, I believe it's still on sale. The game is on sale if you find it interesting at all. I think it's $16 for all of the content, with the exception of the class they released like a month ago. There's an additional $15. So if you want everything except the new class, $16 gets you everything.
Is this the inner sanctum?
And I consider that to be
Janitorium
an
that houses the various
extremely
dissection
good
chapels and the laboratoriums in the sanctum. But we are close. I need to know something, Inquisitor.
My friend Vorp,
How
who is
did
often
you
hanging
find
around in
Martyr?
here, classing the
Were you
joint up.
looking for me?
I wasn't even aware of your existence, remember? I was sent here to
Bought it
investigate the source of each
like
inquisitorial distress
3.5 days ago and has already
It
put
must
in
have been
something
the
like
will of the
40
Emperor.
hours into it.
I am
He's
aware
having
of
fun
that
with it.
signal. It was
My friend
activated
Senator,
by the
another
rebels during the
occasional
inner
viewer
strife
around
against
these
Tiberius.
parts, has also got like
It only
20 hours.
transmits from time to time, in strange bursts.
Now, granted, they're not big 40K fans. One of them is vaguely familiar with 40K stuff. He knows it from Vermintide and Darktide. And the other one I don't think had any real familiarity. But both have played a lot of ARPGs.
Uther called them Imperial.
As ARPG players, they are finding the game very entertaining. Obviously, I am. I've got like, I don't know, almost 200 hours into it now. The Chaos Harbingers are probably the worst. Oh good, he's decided he wants to start a big flaming circle of fire around himself. Of course, you couldn't really have a flaming circle of non-fire. He blowed up real good. Gain entrance into the inner sanctum. Hey, Uber Archer. I think so. You like ARPGs? It's a good, solid ARPG. If you like 40K at all, yes. And $16 for everything,
You are different,
except
Inquisitor.
the new class they brought out a
And
month
yet you are
ago,
the same.
is an
It is
extremely
disturbing.
good.
I used to be the one
value.
hunting for the martyr, and now you have all the answers. That's disturbing.
If it's
I know
any
you love you some
consolation,
MMOs. I do not
you were
know
right all along.
if you're a 40K
Lord
fan or how
Tiberius
much of
had
an
a secret
ARPG
that could have
fan.
changed the fate of the Imperium.
You've learned the nature of this secret, I see.
Indeed. It's a weapon.
And yeah,
with
it's about
immense
80 gigs.
powers.
Yeah. 40K is bleak, but it also has this sort of sneaky, dark, pitch black sense of humor. It's a good, solid ARPG.
I have found some very...
The storyline in it is one of the things. I'm skipping over the story as much as possible because I don't want to throw any spoilers at people who are going to try it for the first time.
Have you ever discovered the truth about Uther's secret weapon?
So
I have only heard rumors.
The story is
The real
surprisingly
answer
good.
lies here.
And if you have any
I know
questions
what
about
you can
any of the
say,
things that are occurring, or more so the mobs you run into, references, stuff like that, the wiki can keep you occupied for extensive periods of time as you just continually going from webpage to webpage because, hey, that sounds cool, that sounds cool, that sounds cool.
Your combat skills have become even more praiseworthy, Inquisitor.
We earn salvation only through the
I'm currently running
annihilation
the most straightforward of the
You might have
classes. I
changed,
shoot things.
But your perspective on our eternal crusade certainly hasn't.
The game comes with 3 classes. And the $16 will also get you the expansion, which added another class. And then they recently released a 5th class. And that's $15. That's the one they just brought out.
The inner sanctum is... I like Bruce.
But the game can be hilarious, but they're always darkly hilarious. Some of the dialogue from some of the NPCs is particularly funny. In particular, I will note the Tech Adept, which is also the class they added in the expansion. That is in the $60 pack. That's a pet class. Allows you to have pet robots.
How are you faring, Klosterheim?
I've met some resistance. The Genitorium seems to be populated by a degenerate tribe.
The lingo is a combo platter of pseudo-Gothic and tech gibberish, which also adds a dark humor to the whole melange. Switch to the shotgun for dealing with the hordes of mobs. Reload. Switch back to the bolter, the heavy bolter.
I'm approaching the terminal that will deactivate the stasis field. Where are you?
We've got a Harbinger, which is
I'm having some problems with the feral tribes.
the League
But I'm
mechanic, the
close.
seasonal mechanic. Ow! Did we not do this? Ouch, ouch, ouch. And did I mention anything about ouch previously?
Sacred murder.
I'm going to run for a little bit now. Get my inoculator back so I can start shooting this guy in his face like he deserves. Ow, ow, ow. Now they're going to blow up. There they go. We got him. At a certain point, he spawns additional mobs. I'm not quite sure the mechanic involved. But when he spawns additional mobs, that means they drop additional of the seasonal currency. They have seasons similar to Path of Exile or D3. They're not quite as intricate as PoEs are, unsurprisingly. But they're closer to PoEs, I would say, than D3s.
I'm ready to deactivate. The stasis field is down. Head back here.
I can't.
I will teleport back to my ship, your home base, so to speak. I'll show you a couple of the game systems in play. The combat is pretty straightforward ARPG material. Level up. This is the crafting. You've got salvage, crafting, modifying, forging, covering your appearance, and the crafting tech tree. You've got cosmetic stuff here, mail, Scores, Void Crusades when they open up, which is endgamey stuff, although it actually opens up at 35. Co-op, PvP multiplayer, I've never played it. Storage is account-wide. You've got all of these different trees, some of which you start with open, some of which open by you doing in-game activities. And here's where you spend your passive skill points. You get 1 per level. Also, additionally, as you level up. Currently, I'm putting them into the physical attacks tree. But like they should, they're not showing. Guess I haven't done anything to start unlocking those ones yet. Interesting, the defense. I'm not sure what is required to start opening defense. Health for that matter. Those may be level based. Those will unlock at specific level. Oh, it's a full-blown MMO. Not MMO. ARPG. Sorry. And a good one, I think. It is, however, I will reiterate, definitely better if you're a 40K fan, but it could turn you into a 40K fan. As I said, a couple of my friends are playing. One of them, in the last 3.5 days, has put in over 40 hours, I think. The other one's put in over 20. And one of them, I think, had almost no 40K experience, and the other one only had 40K stuff, or Warhammer stuff, through Vermintide and Darktide. So neither of them were especially in tune with Warhammer or 40K. 2 warfare, damage bonus for AE skills. Just sell those. Did want to check and see if I can make a grav gun. That was easy to make. I do not have a recipe for a grav gun. Don't suppose you have it for sale, do you? Grav gun? Grav gun? Looking for a grav gun? Grav pistol, not a grav gun. No soup for me. We will then move on to our next quest to enter the inner sanctum and find out the secret weapon of Uther Tiberius. The Martyr is the ship that this part of the storyline is going on, and most of it is surrounding. And that was the ship of Uther Tiberius, who was doing unknown types of experimentation that appears to be of great interest
Gloucesterheim.
to all kinds of
Where are
people,
you?
good guys and bad guys alike.
Can you hear me? Gloucesterheim, if you can hear me, I'm heading towards the inner sanctum. Meet me there.
It is fully voiced. The voice acting is generally quite good. It does, however, have one element that will occasionally pop up where a word will get mispronounced. And not just one of the lore words. You know, you wouldn't be surprised if they mispronounced Zinch. But one of them, well, he manages to mispronounce. Let's say he uses a pseudo pronunciation instead of a pseudo pronunciation.
Thorn.
In short, he pronounces the word pseudo as pseudo.
I was wrong.
Not quite sure how that happened, but yeah, that does happen.
Another traitor Marine.
I need to search for information, presumably from 3 cogitators. Computers. Oops. And we've got word bearers, Chaos Marines.
What a splendid fight. Praise the Emperor.
You have truly become a consecrated weapon down there.
What was a Chaos Warband doing here all those years?
Those maggots are specks of dust compared to
Chaos
true
Marines.
Adeptus Astartes. But they possess the same unique organs as we do.
I see. They activated their Sasan membranes to wait in hibernation until someone entered the area.
Pardon me. Chaos Marine filth. You want to explode those barrels before you get next to them, because otherwise, when you're next to them, somebody may explode them for you.
New log entry. More Imperium seals, but they are broken. Considering that these seals trap the essence of destroyed demons so they can't get back to the warp to reform, I don't like the implications.
Alright, you guys eat that. What the bleep? No problem. Had it the whole way. Everything's fine. It's just fine. Everything's fine here. How are you?
Inquisitor, you are approaching the coordinates of the first cogitator marked by the hostiles.
Time to find out what they were looking for.
Just keep shooting until they stop coming. And it's a cogitator. Somebody's shashaying about. I will escape out of that. Spare you any more spoilerage. Hey, Z. I got them all. Chaos Marine filth.
For the Emperor!
Nurgling filth. Pretty much everything's filth. It's just a little easier to keep track of that way if everything's filth. Avoid the exploding stuff. Wherever possible, attempt to avoid exploding.
Forward.
Inquisitor, you are approaching the second cogitator.
I am approaching the second cogitator. I will cogitate. And more of a mysterious figure. Curse is foiled again. Anytime you're backtracking in an ARPG, it just feels bad. Little nurgling turds. Stop.
Inquisitor, the analysis of the security
off.
logs is complete. Area closed down due to a hostile incursion 3.64 standard Imperial years ago. Intruders identified as word bearers.
So there was a whole warband. Came here to find something, but were trapped on the ship. Repent!
Oh, we got a chest. It is, of course, in my ARPG upbringing that under all circumstances, all chests must be opened. Oh, I left behind an electro fragment. Let me get that.
Inquisitor, you are approaching the third cogitator.
Eat, lad.
Ooh, we've got a golden chest. Let me kill that thing in peace, will you please? Thank you.
Repent!
I just told a turret to repent.
Tech Priest, I have no... Whatever the...
I have
Tell me.
decryption.
Perfect.
We do not want to quit just yet. We want to open our escalation chest. Which is the League Mechanic chest. And I've got enough keys, I'm willing to open them. From my higher level character, keys, to open them up on my lower level character. Maybe get some delicious loot. No, we're still in physical attacks, thank you. Almost near the capstone. Applies concussive trauma debuff on one enemy on physical skill use. Max 1 debuff can be applied per second. Changing targets resets the debuff. The debuffed enemy takes 10% damage per stack up to 5 times. So 50% damage increase on single target. We will sell the blue and green. We will put away the psalms and the shards and the clamps. Seriously. Stun mine, no. Eye implant, additional focus. Ooh, 2.5% critical chance, better than 2.2. Movement, critical hit strength, resistances when surrounded. That's an improvement. And I just sold it. Let's get it back. I will be selling that. This is a Signum. Damage bonus when suppression status. Oh, that's a solid one. Crit chance. Crit chance, salvo skills, crit chance. Yeah, yep. That seems just fine by me. Yep. 2 warfare, hit points, and toughness. Can't use it yet for another level. I'm going to hold on to that, however, as it's actually good and probably an improvement over the one I made just a little while ago. The bolt gun. Nope. The assault armor. Nope. And lastly, another Signum. Crit damage, melee. Suppression damage for bleeding. It's very high quality. I'm going to re-roll everything on it because it's so high quality. We will modify. We'll re-roll all enchantments on it. Damage bonus, damage when there's no enemy, damage bonus for bleeding, fear duration. We can re-roll these ones individually. Experience is fine. Shock and on poison hit. Suppression damage for poison effects. Bonus for bleeding effects. Damage for burning effects. Not about something I actually do. Single target. We're going to lose a little bit on the crit chance, but make it up in the other stuff. We will sell all the purple stuff, the blue stuff, and the recipe we already have. I will continue my search on the martyr. It's a nice little fortress monastery. It's one I would like, you know. I've retired here in a nice little place, but if I had a place like that, I would retire in that. Pardon, yawn.
Klosterheim, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I lost your signal in that nightmarish tribal camp. I liberated some captured members of my expedition. Where are you?
I'm in the inner sanctum. In a scriptorium, I suppose.
Uther Tiberius had his own secluded laboratory there, where he must have kept his personal cogitator. Find that room.
Shotgunning masses of mobs. It's what's for breakfast. Here, no.
Must warn you, Klosterheim. Several Empyrean seals have been destroyed here. My guess is that it was work of the Word Bearers. The trapped demons are loose. Expect heavy resistance on your way in.
What? Word bearers? On the martyr?
The most disturbing thing is that they seem to be aware of the secret, too.
Oh, we're walking.
Would you look at that?
Oh, okay. We've got a nice Chaos Knight and a Chaos, really unpleasant thing.
Spare me. Enough.
For the Dark Gods! Kill the Inquisitor! Kill the Inquisitor!
Wow, he was doing pretty good so far, very quickly. Oh, he's leaving like a big chicken. Leaving the Word Bearer's Hellbrute. Alright, got the Hellbrute taken care of.
Loading.
And a chest of goodies. Crafting mats and some money. Goodies, an exaggeration. Making sure that my shotgun is reloaded. Don't leave home without it. Cogitator.
How you... I'm... By...
Search Uther's meditation chamber. Word bearer scum. Don't. That's another load.
Loading.
Shotgun time. Reload the shotgun. Back to the heavy bolter and reload that. Dodge the plague ogren. Or plague ridden, sorry. Both of them. And then put them down like the chaos beasts they are.
Cluster
Quartz.
line. Which I'm almost.
And another mission complete. No chest of loot here at the end. We'll have to settle for XP. And small amounts of some other currency. Tomorrow, I expect them to be back on this game. For New Year's Eve, my hope and expectation is I will continue my tradition of playing City of Heroes, starting at about 5 p.m. my time, and then starting at 3 hours or 9. 3 hours later, I start counting off the Happy New Year's, starting with Nova Scotia's time zone. Let's see. Damage bonus equal to my deflect value and a passive skill point. We've now reached the top of the tree. Are there any of these others we're going to want? Bonus damage against bleeding? No. Damage to all skills dealing physical damage with less than 1 second cooldown? Yeah, we're going to want that one as well. And bleeding. No, we don't really do any bleeding with this build. We just shoot things full of holes. We don't worry about the bleeding. The holes. We worry about the holes. Plasma cannon. Heavy flamer. I suppose you've gotten a grav gun yet. You've got the grav pistol. Any grav guns that I might be able to purchase? No. 24 minutes until there's a reset on what she's selling. I suppose grav gun? Grav pistol again. No. We are going to continue to the stasis chamber. Granted, the Martyr's a bit on the gaudy side, but it's roomy. Mileage is terrible, sure. But it still has the appropriate shields to allow us to travel the warp
Together again.
without
at
turning
last.
into tainted
Are you
chaos
ready?
creatures.
The secret of the.
At your command.
I see you found reinforcements against the word bearers.
These men are the members of my expedition. I thought they were killed. I was wrong, unfortunately.
Hey, scum.
You're going to hear them saying "for the Emperor" a lot.
Take it like a man, gun.
Along with the somewhat troubling "take it like a man" guardsman. There's just something about that that sounds troubling.
John.
There are no shortage of holy word bearer chaos knights here.
Take it like a man, gun. Charge. I said charge.
Burn! Burn!
I'm not sure why I'm telling them to burn, because I'm just shooting holes in them. I'm not actually burning them. On my other build, I'm burning them.
What do you think about this Alpha Pariah? What could it be?
Couple of chests.
Luther
Nice.
Tiberius wanted to create an
A very cool. I don't know if any of these
resistant to the powers of the war.
these cool
At some
statues
point,
and
he
stuff
must
in
have
here, which are
realized
full of
that it was
3D.
not working.
I don't
Well,
think
he
they appear like
realized
anywhere
that an
else
army
in
needs
the
a
game.
commander.
So
I
they've done
don't
a
know
whole
if the
lot
Alpha
of 3D
Pariah was
design
someone he
here
found
that I
during
don't
his
think
journey,
appears anyplace
or
else,
if he
just for
obtained
this
her through
one
some darker means,
area of the
but
Martyr.
eventually he had her in his grasp.
In case you're curious as
And
to
now
why the
his
game is
legacy will be ours.
80 plus gigs, there's your answer. It's not flashy and showy, but I mean, like, look at these banners. They look great.
Ready to fight.
And once again, we get yoinked into conversation. It's not a mechanic I'm particularly keen about in any game.
Behold, the words of the prophecy. Death.
Onwards. Don't linger, guardsman.
How about you guys catch some missiles? Preferably in your teeth.
Take it like a man, guardsman.
Again, there with the take it like a man, guardsman. It's just a little. That's all.
May you rot for eternity, treacherous, vile abomination.
That's right. There's a teleport back here that's got to get blowed up.
Move! Move!
Move, move, move. Hit the wrong button again. I hate hitting the wrong button.
For the Emperor! For the Emperor! That's your command!
There we got everybody. Everybody dead? Everybody feeling okay and dead right now? Klosterheim's fine, and one of his soldiers survived. Gonna do a quick run around the outside here, looking for chests. You usually will find... Oh, there's a shrine. That would have been nice when I was fighting all of the things. It gives big buffs, and I cannot lie. Oh, another shrine over here. We had 2 shrines that I didn't use while defeating all of the things.
Are you ready? Anything you...
And we can't open it.
I have
We don't have the key needed.
What is our next?
the very existence of the Alpha.
But this is...
Die, uncleaved!
That's one of the places where you actually get a storyline split if you choose to take it. Doom, doom, doom. Level 30. Extra perk slot. 2 passive points. Two passive points. We wanted this one. Yes, we did. That one. And back to where I was working on critical hits. No, I think we finished off all the critical hits and stuff we wanted. I was working my way through single target. Ranged combat. No, I got the stuff out of range combat. I was working my way through single target. Reading cooldown for single target. No. Damage against single targets. And we also have an attribute point available and a perk slot. Let's see. We want to push on here for the 10 warp resistance. It's not bad. Toughness. Get me to rejuvenation. 30 hit point regeneration per second. That's not bad. What we can do is we can go here for now. These are freely redistributable. I have 3 points from gear in warfare. Elite boss enemies. 2 points. Not enough to get me there yet. But getting to tier 5 on warfare would be good. We've got access to a lot of perks here, so this is going to take a sec. Add vuln. Stack target based on the damage type on critical hit. Pretty good. We use that as a default and see if we got anything else. Our ammo capacity and overheat threshold for values for weapons. I don't think I need that. Grenades and mines. Hit point regeneration and hit points, but reduced inoculator effects. Dots, no. When you're below 50 hit points, I don't want to be below 50% hit points. Damage on kill, stacking up to 5 times. Exalted by murder. That's a great name. Gotta say, what am I currently using anyway? Close quarters gunnery. Yeah, that's kind of worth it, I think. That's the movement speed while in protected, so that's basically why you're running around and not taking a whole shitload of damage. Damage reduction above, no. That's amusing. Deflect. Equal to your deflect. Crit chance, but minimum hit points. Maybe. Keen Fury. Kill stacks up to 10 times. 45 for bonus. Yeah, that's 45 off the top, and most of my skills are channeled, so yeah. The other one was what? Was the Vuln? Adds vulnerability stack to the target based on the damage type on critical hit. That's pretty good too, though. Damn it. Damn it, Janet. Yeah. Alright. More damage. More damage. Damage good.
Captain.
I like damage.
No.
Damage is good.
It was
Sir.
my
Zell. New Void Shield. Not as good as the one I'm using. And an auto gun. Need to put Psalm on ice, so to speak. Oh, I hit level. Now I can wear that. Additional warfare. I lose a chunk of suppression. That's unfortunate. Hit points gained on kill. That's painful too, but yes. Check her again. No, another 14 minutes. I'm never going to get Catherine. Unless. Unlikely, but not impossible. I don't have a grav gun in my relic quality crafting. Nor do I have my bolt gun. And those are the Archaeotech quality items that I can craft. Chaos Undivided. Do I want to go on? Let's go on with one of the side quests, the Chaos Undivided side quest. And we'll leave Chapter 4 of the Martyr for tomorrow. Do a couple more quests out of this, I think. Definitely swapping over to the Heavy Bolter has improved the quality of play here. Pardon me.
Tech Priest, I'm in the Underhive to investigate the case of mass disappearances. Talk to me.
Information schematics received from Adeptus Arbeit's operatives have been analyzed. The abduction cases indicate cult activity. Data coverage is insufficient, but this is the location where most abductees disappeared.
Can you scan the area? Until now, only the Underhivers have been affected, but the abductions are beginning to threaten the stability of the hive itself. We have no time to lose.
Agreed. Current procedure is inefficient. Deploying Scryer Skull units immediately. Initiating data-gnostic litanies.
I will follow the trails into the Underhive. Contact me when you have something.
The Underhive. So much of humanity lives, in essence, never seeing the sun. In enormous underground manufacturing facilities.
Kill the heretic!
40,000 years in the future, we think you've got interstellar travel, which they've got. And yes, fish is most assuredly hooked. Interstellar travel, which of course you do have here, but you don't have teleporters, you don't have food replicators,
For the Emperor!
you don't have a mostly happy and peaceful society of the Federation. you've got the universe is fucked. Everything in the universe is fucked. Did we mention that the universe is fucked?
Reconnaissance ritual completed. 3 locations identified with the highest likelihood of yielding further intelligence. Praise the Omnissiah.
Praise the Omnissiah. You guys gonna make me run around in circles. Quite literally. Many booms. All the booms. Sorry. Can't let you go unpunished, heretic. Get heretics. Like they can just be heretical with no consequence. That guy just said, let me taste your flesh, and I'm sorry, I charge extra for that. A lot extra. Got a chest.
Data agnostics are becoming extremely difficult due to interference. But there is a high probability of harmful devices in your vicinity.
Your calculations are correct, but late. Again.
Activating penitent circuits on the data serves for their
I'm
sluggish
under low health.
processing.
Let me take a quick inoculator shot. Don't. Sorry.
Teleport beacon in range.
Quick teleport. Back to here. Dump.
For the Emperor!
Level up sounds, man. They never get old, you know? Pretty much any game that has them. With the possible exception of Wild Star. I know not everyone liked the Wild Star implementation. The level up vocalizations you got.
Kill the heretic!
Pardon me, just killing heretics, you know. It's kind of my job. He wants me to chew on something. I'm not sure what it was. I'd ask him, but I'm not a necromancer. Oh dear, they all appear to have died.
There is nothing else to learn here. The corruption seems to seep into the depths of the Underhive. I must press on.
I must press on, as if I were a Lee Nail. That's a slightly obscure reference. See, product. It's a product from the company Lee called Press On Nails. So, Press On Lee Nail. It's level 31. Well, yeah, it's an ARPG, and ARPGs are about killing everything. Pretty much. It's kind of their raison d'etre, as we might say. Don't suppose we got anything like a grav gun, do we? I didn't even get the words out in time. Maybe that was the secret. I had to ask for it without actually asking for it. Well, now I have a grav gun. Ha ha ha. Anyone get that reference? So this is suggested as opposed to the shotgun. Let's see what it has on it. Armor piercing, strong versus armored, demolisher, single target. So this is the boss killer then. Temporal anomaly, which stuns. Gravity surge. Distortion attack, damaging multiple, so that's a channeled high suppression. So that can peel off their suppression, and that one's armor piercing. And strong versus armored. And demolisher and single target. Sorry. Ooh. Gravity implosion, that's the AoE. Got it. Alright, so we now have our gravity gun. At long last, I get to try out that. Looking forward to it. Let's go into back into the Underhive. Let's get a feel for our alternate weapon, our grav gun. We will swap to that as soon as we get into the map.
I have arrived at the location. This must be the lair of the cult.
Foul, lying heretics.
Yes.
Their blight must be undone.
It will be
Purge them
undone,
all.
Thorn. Thank you. I will kill them all with glorious glee.
Die, unclean!
Ah, it is a heat-based weapon.
Savor the pain.
The 2 has a cooldown, or I should say the right click has a cooldown. That's the AA area of effect. I like that. Nice visual on that too. That's got a 15-second cooldown. That's the channeled attack. Let's see how much we like that. Oh, it's an area of effect. Nice. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Okay, got it. All right. So that's what. Oh, we've got something where perhaps a little bit of armor piercing might be useful. No, I don't think he's got armor. He's not armored. He's... So that is going to be primarily used then against the armored targets.
Your head on a spike.
Armored bosses and the like, which can be incredibly annoying. You have to deal with their shield, their armor, and their hit points.
Curse you, Inquisitor.
So then that will be the boss skill for armored targets. Other than that, my heavy bolter seems to be doing just fine and dandy.
Back to you, false emperor. Such a fine trophy.
Recoil, unclean!
Recoil unclean. Or shower. Either would be fine. Totally up to you, though. Where are we going? This way, it seems like.
Die,
I think he was saying die Inquisitor, but he couldn't quite finish it because he was dead. I hate being interrupted by being murdered. That's just one of those things that bugs me. That was a psyker, an enemy psyker, who unfortunately was not wearing his bulletproof underwear. should have been wearing the brown pants. A whole bunch of psychers over here. Let's just... I missed with my missiles. That was clumsy. A whole shitload of heavy-hitting psychers back here. Or were, until I aired them all out.
Spark of the machine spirit detected. This abhuman specimen must have kept a cogitator. The possibility of proper litanies being enacted to commune with the machine spirit is merely statistical. Further investigation still recommended.
A cogitator here. This is a strange development. Stay alert, Tech Priest.
The world needs
I
more
might need
alerts.
your help with data recovery.
As you wish, Inquisitor.
Okay, so I burned my way through all the fuglies on those. We've got more fuglies over here.
Prisoners were here, but I was too late. There are no survivors left. May the Emperor give me the strength to avenge them.
Forsaken Son's weird color. And he's dead. And the room is empty, seems like. It seems as if the room is empty. Oh, it's not. This is a chest guarded by a demon. I will try to open it, and out will pop a demon. And then presents.
Remarkable. A soul-bound warp creature protects the chest. Most remarkable.
There's the demon. And now, the gifts. Don't you wish gifts did that when you opened them in real life? You open them, they make a noise, and then a whole shitload of stuff falls from the sky. I will reload. Because there's probably more things. Looking to energetically embrace my high-velocity projectiles.
Incoming gas attack. Time to leave this lovely place.
Your head on a spike.
My head on a spike. It's nice to have, you know, career goals.
Your head is mine.
Inquisitor's head on a spike. It's a worthy goal.
Dozens must have been sacrificed in this slaughterhouse. Life in the Underhive can get worse, it seems.
Inquisitor, numerically, a few hundred deaths have no impact on the functionality of a hive.
Very reassuring. Anything else to report?
Definitely. Augury units sense peculiar energy traces from a cortex circuit. Inquisitor, there is a dysfunctional initiate of the Adeptus Mechanicus
And
among the
an alien
bodies.
artifact.
First the servant. Strange.
Another level up. Mission complete. Dun dun dun. Martin Necromancer. Marty the Necromancer. I won't assume. Thank you. I have a spiel. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and occasionally complete and total unfunction. You are most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Howdy do indeed. Just doing some purification, you know, for the Emperor. He likes it when I purify, what can I say? He's an old-fashioned guy. Anything needs to be kept around. Doesn't look like any of the blues or greens. Sell and sell. That is no, no, and no. Sell the purples. The exclamation pointed item here is intel, and it opens a special mission with high risk and reward. Oh, also sells for 200,000 a pop, but I will go ahead and play one now as our last little thing here, probably for the evening. I could easily die here, as these can be difficult, and I am still not very buff. And you can increase the difficulty of these with what are known as tarot. Right now it's coming in at 2 levels higher than me, which means I do 40% less damage, and all the mobs do 48% more damage. Now you can add tarot cards. There's Major Tarot, Minor Tarot, and Empyrean Seals. These ones are consumables. The other two, the cards are reusable. And they will increase the rewards, but they will also give negative hazards. So generally, the easiest one here is it's going to increase all rewards by 70%, increase the chance to get high quality rewards, but it's also going to have a random defensive bonus to enemies. So it could be something that would be fine, like gives them a resistance to heat damage, because I don't do heat damage. You can see right now, the hazards we already have are an extra 40% melee damage. They reflect warp damage. I don't do warp damage. And damage bonus from normal enemies. So melee normal enemies are going to be doing 118% extra damage. Ouch. Plus, I'm going to give them all a defensive bonus to get the rewards increased. Immune to attacks that deal less than 100 damage. Ooh. I don't know how much damage my attacks do. This is one that can brick. I will start. It's possible that my weapons just don't do enough damage, and they ignore everything that's less than 100 because I have a fast firing gun that may not be doing 100 damage. In which case, I literally won't be able to kill things, and I'll have to exit out of it. That is one of the most difficult of the random things you can get. Depending on your build, it can completely brick.
Priority targets identified in teleportarium range. Decoded Vox transmissions and Augur scans indicate high importance and limited
there are 3
combat
specific
capabilities.
targets in the map. I don't know
Neutralizing
what
the
the
targets
skulls
offers
indicate,
significant long-term benefits.
but there are 3 primary targets I need to kill on the map. And these guys are doing a lot of damage to me. A lot. Not quite sure why they did so much suppression damage to me. That's the colored ring along the outside. The red here is the life. I'm supposed to be getting suppression on hit from a couple of my goodies, my equipment. Still, that was pleasant, but manageable. That's a lot of bad guys. Uh-oh. As this is going less and less good all the time. Get myself some shields. I'm trying to path around them and I got stuck behind terrain. Which was a mistake. A tactical mistake. Alright, I'm slowly getting my suppression back. There we go. Don't stand in the fire, dumbass. Oh, I'm right on the edge of the map. That's why I'm standing. I'm trying to move in a direction where there was no moving to. Did I not put suppression in my freaking inoculator? I thought I did. Doesn't feel like I did. So this is already a difficult mission, and it rolled some affixes on it that's just making it significantly more difficult. It's a combo platter of tough and tough. And a Harbinger. Harbinger's gonna hurt. I burned through his armor really quick, but shit. Here we go again. Time to run. Pardon me. Wow. Again, I'm stuck on the side of the goddamn map.
Negative singularity removed.
I'm fine. No problem. Had it the whole way. Yeah, totally. Had it the whole way. That was, not a problem. No, I'm not lying. Why would you think I was lying? I'm almost out of inoculator charges. What? Is my inoculator... Did I not... The inoculator is disabled for this mission? Oh, shit. I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's awful. No wonder I'm getting annihilated by shit. I didn't change it. I guess I didn't change it. I swore I had changed it. No wonder I'm running out of suppression. I didn't make the change that I thought I had. So I'm going to carefully pick my way. I'm on fire. So it is still working. But I'm now out of inoculator charges. This is not a good look. I will probably die. I have a total of 3 deaths I'm allowed to have before I fail the mission. But this character I don't think has died yet, so I'd rather avoid that. Probably can't. These batches of multiple freaking Chaos Marines, not good, not good.
Dodge this.
Die, unclean!
For the Chaos Gods.
Almost dead. Very nearly dead. And now I have no inoculator charges. Yeah. This ends badly for our hero. Pretty sure I'm going to die at the next batch of mobs I run into. It's like those. I knew I was doing a difficult mission, and I could get really screwed on the affixes it got, and I got really screwed on the affixes it got. Those look manageable.
Sacred.
Recoil, unclean!
It's the packs that have multiple Chaos Marines. Those are the ones that are less manageable.
Puny mortal.
In short, they suck. All right. Oh, yeah, there's a boss mob in there. Oh. These shitholes sneaking in from behind. last mob there. Whoop. Not great.
Sacred slaughter.
For the Emperor!
You Inquisitor.
I'm not dead yet. They're coming in the dozens. Oh, that's a lot of Space Marines. I'm definitely dying. That's a lot of everything. Let's aggravate the last mob too, because we can. Yay! We're going to aggro everything because we're going to die anyway. They're going to come around both sides, it looks like.
She'll claim your soul.
I don't know, maybe I didn't realize that you could break aggro, but evidently you can.
Sacred slaughter.
Also, it doesn't help that this is an outside area, and it's if it has inoculator charges and the like, they're going to be far more hidden. Let's say, oh boy, oh he's a hard. Got this.
Reloading. Murder. False Emperor.
Too many. Can I sneak through? I can. Whoops. Got a chest, which will open. We're still running. Like running with the devil. Drop it down, now. Yeah, kill me. Let's have it done with. There we go. There's the death. So that's one death. I've got 2 to go. Hopefully I come back with no inoculator charges. This is not going to help my odds, guys.
Sacred slaughter.
This probably ends with a failure.
Back to you, False
No inoculator charges. 1 shield charge left. The Wordbringer's Harbinger. Kill him, at least I can get that. That's 2 deaths. So I'm going to fail. I'm going to end my evening with a suck.
Attempt. I advise you to proceed carefully.
Burn!
Once I get through his
Undesired
shield,
variable
though.
removed.
Oh, that's 2 dead. I don't know. Maybe. A moment of hope. There's an inoculator chest there. If I hit and grab the inoculator, I get a charge. All right. All is not quite done yet. It's only mostly done. No, I don't think so. Too many mobs. They spoil the broth, you know. I'm suppressed. I'm ailing. Grab that. That does give me another shield. He has got a old school love affection for me, and that he's not going to let me go. I'm burning again. I get through the Harbinger in time. Oh, fuck, almost. Oh, I had him down to almost nothing. I almost pulled it out.
Unable to reset adverse noospheric flow. Operation data error. Failure logged.
Well, that's a sour way of ending my evening. Pain's real. I nearly pulled it out at the end, guys, there. And believe me, you never want to be here when I pull it out. Trust me. I leveled. That's my reward, was leveling. Pretty paltry reward, really, if you can ask me. Oh, well. So I am going to call it here for the evening. I should be back tomorrow at my usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll try not to let you down like that again, but I am, after all, me. I expect I'll be playing the same game. And then on New Year's Eve, it will be City of Heroes and Vodka. One of those is not a game. One of them is serious business. The other one's a game. But that's going to do it for tonight. I hope you had some entertainment value. Especially for my struggles at that last mission, which just really disappointed me. Let me tell you. But I will be back tomorrow at the usual bat time and the usual bat channel. So I hope the rest of your Thursday evening goes great. Onto Friday and then into New Year's Eve, and if you're not going to be around then, that you have a great New Year. I'm going to have an alcohol-soaked one. Another year of worldwide catastrophe survived by me and you guys. So, hopefully you will see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and ciao for now. Bye, guys.